Yo, what up, what up, what up, y'all? It's your man Razor Blade, the Razor Sharp Assassin, back here with another video. Welcome back to the channel. Yo, I'm doing something different today. I'm reacting to the most awkward interviews in hip hop history. Now, for years and years, we all experienced the most awkwardest moments in hip hop history, especially when it comes to the interviews. So this may not be surprising, but now that social media is coming into play, like YouTube and all the other outlets, it's even weirder and weirder. So I'm pretty sure I'm expecting unexpected. But I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna get into it. Road to 4K. Mad shout out to my subscribers, man. Love and appreciate y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this, man.
Rappers are notoriously tough to interview. Come off too much like the police, and there's every chance they'll shut down and refuse to participate in the interview. On the other hand, if a rapper says or does the wrong thing during an interview, i.e. Drake infamously freestyling off his BlackBerry in 2009, there's every chance that this will be etched into their legacy forever. In this video, we're taking a closer look at some of the most awkward interviews in hip-hop history. Often when new rappers emerge, news outlets will try to poke holes in the image they've constructed around themselves. But often, the artists are too savvy, and all the journalists who try to defame them end up doing is making them appear even more appealing to their fan base. That was the case when BBC attempted to tangle with a young Tyler, the Creator, in Odd Future. Flanked by the group's colorful cast of characters, which included Damo, Left Brain, Haji Beats, and Sid the Kid, a reporter made the mistake of underestimating the crew and clearly went into the interview with a preconceived idea of how he wanted to portray them. The result is a combative masterclass, with Tyler going out of his way to make things as difficult as possible.
Okay, now what about your lyrics? What are you saying in your lyrics?
Nothing to old white people off like you.
Is that right?
My lyrics aren't offensive.
Some people find it offensive.
Some people find everything offensive. Okay.
But when it comes to awkward interviews, no one has turned this into an art form quite like
this guy right
a
here.
bona fide legend who's received his flowers from virtually every
Nardwuar.
rapper. Getting the interview with Nardwuar is seen as an honor for most upcoming rappers who spent years witnessing him bamboozle his guests with obscure knowledge about their lives. But over the years, this hasn't always gone to plan. In rock music, the likes of Blur, Henry Rollins, and Slipknot all found themselves confused by Nardwuar's shtick, to the point of getting angry. And in hip-hop,
Yo, I heard about this dude Nardwuar. My sister put me on to him. Yo, I seen bits and pieces of his interviews. Yo, he be like doing some off the wall shit, like posting up like stuff that people don't even know about. That's the about that part about his stuff. Like I never forgot one part. I never forgot this one interview he did with Nas. Nas he had some stuff for Nas. He was like, now you starting to be uncool. Like it was mad cringy. I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring it up. Let's go.
the likes of Lil Uzi Vert decided to run away from him, while Jay-Z just seemed utterly confused. But if any interview between Nardwuar
I told you,
and to
Nas.
play ball was painful to witness, it was Nas. Back in the day, Nas agreed to sit down with Nardwuar during a Canadian tour stop. Initially, things started off amicably enough, with Nas seemingly impressed by the degree of research Nardwuar had undertaken.
This dude here, see where he's at? This is the project where I come from. That's the elevator doors open. See, that's the first floor. And he's telling the crackhead, Jane, stop this crazy thing. Sweet crazy, you're crazy.
While he originally seemed amused by the endless selection of records and pop culture trinkets that Nardwuar decided to bestow upon him, as his patience would eventually wear thin, and by the end, the normally composed MC was as hostile as we've ever seen him.
You are nuts, you are psycho, but it's all love, it's all music. Peace.
Thanks much, Nas. Keep on rocking in the free world and do-do-do-do-do.
Yo, it's over. It's over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
While Nas managed to keep things cordial with Nardwuar for a little while, the same couldn't be said for Kodak Black's appearance on Ebro in the Morning. A man who will make several appearances on this list, Ebro's demeanor has a way of getting under people's skin in a way that
Yo. Yo, I heard about this Ebro guy, by the way. He's a jerk, B. For real, he's a jerk. I see how the way he be doing some people. He's like an ultimate version of Charlemagne the God, B. Like, yo, son be on some, like, son be having this way to make you rock their jaws, like, for real, kid. On some real, like, he got that demeanor that make you want to just, shoot the fair one with son, because he got that demeanor, B. Word. So, and I don't know about the Kodak Black situation, so this might be new to me.
doesn't seem to be aware of. But when Yak turned up to the Hot 97 studios, Ebro was determined to broach Kodak Black's pending case with him.
And
with respect to, everybody involved in that case, we can't get into details today. But, we take Saw here serious. But we hope, to have you back so we can have a deeper conversation about that because, it's a serious topic. And we're hearing these stories a lot.
After some haphazard attempts for Peter Rosenberg to guide the conversation back to neutral ground with a bizarre comment about the moon landing, it wasn't long before Kodak's annoyance boiled over.
You seem upset that I brought it up.
I feel like sometimes when we going through, y'all be entertained by food. Change the subject, I'm finna walk out.
Well, we don't have to talk about nothing else. We could be done right here.
Alright, come on.
After the fact, Ebro received a mixture of praise and backlash from the culture, and in a subsequent radio appearance, he made it clear that this wasn't his intention. I did not want it to go that way. I'm not happy with the way that it went. I'm not happy it went that way. I feel bad that it went that way, because I felt like I was honestly trying to have a balanced conversation with an individual who has a crazy past, dealing with some very real things. It's very strange.
You shouldn't have brought it up.
It makes nobody happy. I really, really wanted to end that in a good way.
You shouldn't have brought it up, bro. You
This
shouldn't have brought it up.
Not wanting to delve into his personal life. This next awkward.
Yo, no matter what they go through, if you're a good interviewer, son, don't bring up old shit that'll make a person walk out. That's one thing you don't do. If a person's there for an interview, you stand on that. Stand on what they doing, what's their future grounds, what they got in the works. But don't bring up drama, man. Don't bring up their old stuff. If that's the thing they did in the past, let them do. That's the thing. Let it go. It's not your BI. It's not your BI. Don't do that, son. For real. That'll make a person wild out. Don't do that. If you're a professional, stay that way, son. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter who you are. If you don't like that person, that's your BI. That's your business. But don't bring up old stuff, man. It don't matter. If the person's going through it, that's their hell. Don't do that, man. You professional. Keep it professional. For real. That stuff irks me, man. Don't do that.
Encounter involving Ebro was one in which the generational gap between him and the current crop of hip-hop artists was all too apparent. During Lil Uzi Vert's meteoric rise to fame, he stopped in at Hot 97, and almost instantly, he was met with a dismissive attitude from Ebro. From the outset, he seemed intent on painting Uzi as just another mumble rapper. And as we know, he was anything but. And because of his supreme confidence, Uzi made what could have been a painful experience into one where he made predictions that, in hindsight, simply exposed Ebro's lack of understanding of what Uzi was trying to accomplish.
Everybody's grown, bro.
I mean, are they? Everybody's grown. You fell off at the end.
Put another beat on.
Nah, because all I got is old man beats and you're not building.
It's going to be a lot of young guys coming up here and they ain't going to want to rap on that. I'm trying to tell you, it's changing.
Yo, look, I hope they change. But as I've seen with all you little young that think you nice, y'all get to 27, 28, and y'all get to struggling and y'all be trying to come back and find that sound.
I ain't going to struggle, bro.
And guess what? I'm going to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be totally different, too. I'm just all the way around about it.
History's proven Uzi to be right, with his decision to stay the course paying dividends for years to come. But while his appearance on Hot 97 emboldened him, there are other cases in which a chaotic interview can set the course for a massive change in an artist's life. Here we have Boom Gang's disastrous appearance on No Jumper. An incident which Adam 22 is categorized as the worst interview in No Jumper history. Boom appeared notably in
Yo. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pause it so much, but I heard about this dude right here. What's his name? Adam 22? Yo, son is a wild cringe, B. He's a wild cringe. What is he, 50? Why is this dude Yo. I'm not gonna get into that, man. I got a lot to say about this dude, but that's another topic. Let's just go.
Intoxicated from the start. And although there's an argument to be made that Adam should have never put him in front of the camera in the first place, he did appear to try to wind things up as soon as he could, particularly as Boom began to repeat himself.
Boogie is right now. I've been up for the past 3 weeks.
Because I would like to do an interview when you're sober.
Nah, you don't want to do an interview when I'm sober. I may not have the hiccups from it like this.
The hiccups are not the biggest problem, but
yeah.
Okay. Boom Gang, everybody. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Since then, Boom, now named John Cabana, has turned his life around. But while Boom Gang all but left music without leaving a mark on the industry, two men that have are Childish Gambino and Chief Keef. Both exploding into the scene in the early 2010s, ATL's Donald Glover has become a pioneer in nearly every avenue. While Boom Gang's Chief Keef was instrumental to the foundation of drill as we know it. But as it became clear when Noisy aligned the two for a one-on-one interview, it became obvious that despite their significant contributions to the gang, they lacked natural chemistry when brought together. Over the course of a painful 4 minutes, the pair couldn't find sufficient common ground, nor enough mutual admiration to make it work. with Keith clearly irritated by the conversation, making it known that he would rather not have to endure it, while Donald struggled to find something to say.
You don't like talking that much. You say you're not a big talker. I feel that. You're 17. You're about to turn 18. Yeah. I don't really like to talk that much when I was 18. I just kind of like drew a lot of stuff. You got a lot of tattoos. I might get one that just says what I'm allergic to or something like that. I heard you like belts a lot.
Somehow, things got even more excruciating when the conversation turned to music, but Donald misquoting Chief Keef's breakout hit in possibly the worst way conceivable.
I spoke to people. That line, like, a fart, that's it, I don't like. Is that all, man? No. What's that first part? What's the last one? That's sneakers. I don't like fart.
This is the most awkwardest.
Where interactions like Keith and Gambino's painfully stunted conversation was the product of mutual misunderstanding rather than
Cringe. This is like how kids meet each other for the first time. You like to paint? I like to paint. You like to draw? I like to draw. I'm getting that kind of vibe from this. I don't like to draw. You like McDonald's? Oh, I don't like McDonald's. You like chicken? Oh, I don't like chicken. Chicken's nasty. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this, B. This is some kind of house, like you taking kids to the playground for the first time kind of thing. Around other kids. This is the kind of vibe I'm getting. Straight up and down weird, son.
than animosity. There are other cases where personal grievances spill over into the airwaves. This was definitely the case when it came to Joe Budden's infamous appearance on Hot 97. Set to appear on the show to promote Rage and the Machine, both Joe's beef with Drake and his high-profile issues with his former podcast co-host Marissa Mendez were brought up on air. Left angered by Hot 97 hijacking the interview to discuss anything but his album, Joe let his issues with Ebro and Peter Rosenberg be known in the most Joe way possible.
I don't think that you guys are able to have an objective conversation, number one. Number two, this podcast conversation is not a conversation I care to have, especially not early in the morning. Number three, if Peter and or Marissa feel away, then there are other mediums for that to be discussed, if it's going to be discussed at all. Next time I come here for an interview, send my manager the talk points. I didn't know that this would be an utter
You should have
waste
known
of time.
that.
We talked about Drake for 10 minutes, then we talked about the album.
And we know we played your song.
And then we talked about Marissa.
It goes back to what I said, man. It go back to what I said. If you didn't do an interview, do the damn interview. Don't bring up controversy. Don't do that shit for fucking ratings, B. I hate that. That's that clout chasing bullshit. Don't do that, son. Don't do that for your damn show. That's gonna make people turn away. You there for business. You there for business, and you there to get the biggest artist. But don't do that. Don't bring controversy to the mix. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So then Peter.
You want to talk about
just don't.
You want to talk about snares and hi-hats?
About something.
You want me to pull A-Rab up and talk about the intimacy renaissance? Yo, the bar you spit, this pattern you use, the percussion, the way you use your voice like a drum and the percussion and fell in the pocket at the end, sounds hard.
I want to thank all of you for your time.
What should we have covered?
I don't know. That's your job to talk about. I don't do a morning show. I do a podcast.
We'll talk more at album time. No, we won't.
He's done.
Joe was on the receiving end of a grilling that he neither signed up for nor wanted, but that doesn't mean that he necessarily had any empathy for others when he placed them in a similar situation. Here we have Joey Jumpoff's infamous everyday struggle.
Here we go. I remember this.
Appearing on the headline-making Complex show was always a calculated gamble, and appearances from Big Mensa and a near-physical altercation with Migos certainly made for compelling viewing. But they all pale in comparison to what happened when the rapper that was then Quality Control's newest star appeared. Over the course of the interview, Budden seemed incredibly frustrated about what he saw as Yachty's naivety and ignorance.
I don't care about the business part. I care about how Yachty feels. You get me every day because life is moving in such a positive way. I can't get slowed down. Nobody is one thing forever. You cannot tell me in the music business you are happy 24/7. That is a lie. That is bull. I refuse to have somebody tell me bull. I want to have a honest conversation. When you come from a college dorm room with no money and you ain't getting no play with no girls, you have no car, and you come to having 3-4 cars, you got millions of dollars, $500,000 on your body just to wear, how could you be upset? Because I don't think that's where your values lie. That's why. Is that sounding old guy mad still? It sounds like you that been trying to bring it back.
I'm gonna pause it real quick. Joe was a dick. Joe was word is born. Joe Budden was a dick on the show. I'm glad this damn show ended. I remember seeing bits and pieces of it when it came out. Yo, Joe Budden, and to this day I still stand on it. Joe Budden's a fucking asshole. That's just me. I'm gonna put it out there. He's a complete. He's straight up down a jerk. Word up. That's just me. If y'all ride with dude, by all means. But to me, Joe Budden's a dickhead. I'm sorry.
If this wasn't bad enough, things continued to intensify to the point that Joe was basically playing the role of a scolding parent while Yachty took it in stride.
Tell me what you want from hip-hop. You don't think that's a question you should answer at some point? Or are you leaving all of this to QC to figure out?
Nah, I mean, I'm making music, bro. I'm just having fun. My fans love it.
Yeah, what
You
you
sound
saying?
like you're very aware.
Yo, let the kid live. Son. Let him live.
On Earth.
What do you want me to say?
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life. I took you from college dorm room, even on the news. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
Chill.
A storm which refused to subside, Budden's harsh words resulted in a diss on QC's Ice Tray from Yachty and Quavo. Since then, the two squashed the beef. In a similar vein, our next entry is another instance where a rapper personality had an incendiary debate. Back in 2013, Kanye was an explosive form when it came to generating carnage wherever he went.
Now this is gold.
Who become Ye was gradually becoming more and more outspoken. Things came to a head when he appeared on Sway in the Morning to promote his forthcoming album.
Here we go.
Who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself? Take
How,
a few
Sway?
steps back.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing the education. You ain't spent $13 million of your own money trying to empower yourself.
Yep, but I spent hundreds.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Clothing lines at a smaller degree.
It ain't Ralph level. What's the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
Why is it that you can't?
I just told you I lost the money because I did not have the knowledge
Okay, so
about
you
doing
don't
the
have
right way.
money. You ain't gotta turn up, man. This ain't no show, man.
No,
I'm talking to you as a homie. You ain't gotta turn up on me, man to man, dog. These mics, we can turn all this off. You ain't gotta do this. Don't try to embarrass us.
An incident which promptly reached the status of iconic meme. Kanye and Sway put the fiery exchange behind them until years later, when his high-profile rift with Adidas led Ye to consider that perhaps Sway was actually right about remaining independent. On the subject of time, and more specifically timekeeping, we have our final entry. For this one, we need to head over to Norway for a legendary interview with Snoop Dogg. After arriving at an interview with a a reporter innocently tried to press the Dogfather on his punctuality. Almost instantly, Snoop made it known that this was a very bad idea.
You're 5 hours late here. And
Man, shut the
yeah, I was just wondering why you were so late, and I saw you were twittering about being stopped at the border.
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late. Because I went to go see Norway up close and personal. And visit the old folks home. I went to a convalescent home. That's why I was late.
How's the partying changing?
I don't party.
Damn. Yo, man. Yo, some of these interviews are wild, man. There's a couple more out there, I'm pretty sure. In 2024, there's going to be more and more weird interviews, man. But like I said, man, yo, some of these interviews be pissing me off because, if a person, if they're going through controversy, it's already bad enough the press got a hold of it. Don't add fumes to the fire, man. Don't do that because it's already bad enough. People already bashing them, and now you bashing them by bringing up stuff that's going on. Like, that's one thing about some of these interviews or outlets like the Breakfast Club. Now the Breakfast Club, like Charlamagne the God, yo, that dude's something else because he wasn't he had all that energy to do that to our little mama, to bully her. But then he had the same energy when Benny Siegel came up there. I don't like interviews like that, man. If you dare to be if an artist come up there for your show to promote what they got going on, let them do that. But don't bring up controversy, man. It's already bad enough. They got a lot on their head. Don't do that, man. Keep it professional. But yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Some of the stuff I've seen is crazy. And some of the stuff I know is crazy, man. And from what I see, it's a part. Oh, what a crazy coincidence! It's a part 2, man. This one is the Breakfast Club. Yo, if you like this video, man, this video was good right here. Like I said, I'm branching off to different stuff, and just instead doing music, like music and all that, I want to branch off to do other stuff like this. If you like this stuff, if you like videos like these, leave a comment down below. I will willing to do it, man. I love doing this stuff right here. But yo, y'all be safe, y'all be easy. Peace.